What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today I'm playing push oofs off skyscrapers, off the skyscraper. I don't remember what the actual name is, but I know it's along the lines of that. Anyway, so we're just gonna be doing all of these like over here on this side. I'm not doing any of those because those take too long to do, and all you do is just push them off. So it's maybe a separate video. I'll do that for like a part 2 or something. But basically, I'm just gonna show you all what they do. So let's start with this one. This guy gets absolutely launched into the sky all the way over there. Then the next one, this guy gets cut up by a laser. He dies pretty quick, if not instantly. Then these fellows drop down into a blender and they don't get chopped up. They just get spun around. Now this dude, he goes into the water and he drowns. You can't really tell that he's dying, but you know he's dying. Then we have this guy who gets electrocuted. I like how he becomes like a skeleton, and then there's like the bolts. Now he looks deep fried. I'm not gonna show you any of these guys that you like push off into like lasers and stuff, just because it takes too long and it's not really that cool. But I will be showing you this one where they get pushed into like a meat grinder type of thing. So these unsuspecting victims fall into this like meat grinder thing. And they just like absolutely lose all their limbs. The server's kind of being slow right now. I don't know why. Alright, so now we go on to this one that looks like acid. So you just spawn them in and then they drop into the acid. Burning up very quickly. Then this one doesn't look like it's working because they're not dropping, but basically all they do is just explode. This one, they fall into like the snow and then they all freeze. They all turn into like snow and stuff. So the next one, I don't really know what this one is about. So if you look in here, they all just drop down and they like decay almost. I don't know what's happening here. If someone could let me know what this is, please do in the comments. If they're not on, I don't know why. Sometimes it does that for no reason. But let's just move down the line. Now we're in this area. So this guy gets a rock dropped on his head. He gets absolutely crushed as he gets decapitated. Now these two, they just fall down, hit their head a few times, then hit the ground. Then this one, I think it's like a form of acid. They just like fall down and go into the water and just go into the liquid, and then they just like evaporate. Yeah, look at that. They like turn into stone. This one is a little strange. Basically, you just climb up like that giant, almost like diving board, and you spawn in oof, and then you just hit the ground. Literally it. And this one is a little more morbid than that one because there's no like fire or burning up or like bleeding. None of these are bleeding. But this one, when you drop it down, it goes in it and then it catches on fire, which I think is a little more morbid. But let's move on to the next now. So we have, it looks like acid. They just like drop them in and they burn up, of course. That dude he's like looking at us. So now that we've done all those, let's move on to these. And then after these two, we move on to the VIP area, which is extra cool. So we spawn this guy in, and then we just push him off the slide, and he falls into the abyss. Oh shoot! I almost just fell down. That would not have been good. And he just falls into the abyss. Then this one, you spawn him in. And you just drop him into the abyss. Wherever he goes. You can just see him. So now he's gotta go back into the VIP area, which is I think is the coolest one. Alright, so now we go over here and we can drop these guys into like a furnace. And of course they get all burned up again. They burn their butts off. Now they're dead. Then we spawn in this one. It's kind of like the second one we did all the way over there. But he drops into the lasers. And he kind of just absolutely chopped up. These two are a little more morbid than any other one, because some people actually do this in life, and it's actually pretty sad. So yeah, these two fellows are standing under this. It looks like a light post, and you just click the button, and boom, they're hung, dead. Next one, boom, hung, dead. Now they both just dangle there. Now we have another launcher, but this one is a little special. If you watch, he hits a block and then he explodes. Then I like this one a lot. So then you spawn them in and they get absolutely blowtorched by this like rocket engine, and they like char all up and just fall. This one's kind of breaking. It's like not staying in the middle for some reason. Also, I don't know what happened to my hat. Sorry about that, guys, if I look weird. But my hat is gone. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna reset it quickly, guys. Sorry, guys, I just looked so weird without my hat. And I don't remember. Was I missing my wings? I don't remember. Anyway, so anyway, here we are. These two are at the top, and we just drop them in. And it's kind of like the blender at the beginning, but they actually get all chopped up. Now look at that. They're all dead. But now we have these guys who go on like a plinko board, I think it's what it's called. I didn't remember from over there. But they just fall down. The server's being slow right now. Come on. How are they not falling? Bro, are you serious? Hold on. Let me see if I can get this to work. I really do want it to work. There we go. They fall into the spikes and die. Alright, the final one. So this one they just fall into the spikes. That's it. Boom. And they're dead. Well, thank you guys for watching. Bye!